at her school. She's very smart. She's very, like, cutting. It's also Julia's style, so she's beautiful. And her little sister is super popular and really wants to date. And her dad makes a rule that her sister can only date, or the younger sister can only date, if the older sister, played by Julia Stiles, dates. And so they're competing interests, because of course the really, like, douchey popular guy wants to date her little sister because her little sister is perfect. But also this cute guy, like, kind of this new kid, doesn't really, like, have a crew, but, like, I don't know, he's played by Joseph Gordon-Levitt, but Joseph Gordon-Levitt as a baby, and it's so cute, and he's trying to win the affections of the younger sister, but the younger sister doesn't know who he is, but he's just, like, a good guy. Meanwhile, the way that they're trying to make it so they can date the younger sister is that they hire this well-known bad boy at the school, played by Heath Ledger, to date her older sister, Kat. And they're trying to figure out who would date her because she's so feared by everyone at the school. But he starts to date her, and, like, he's like, I'll do it for the money. But of course, they fall in love. But then she finds out, you know, that it was a setup. I wonder if I'm telling you too much of the plot. It's an excellent movie. Would highly recommend. Yeah. It's very, very fun. And there are some lines in it that are, like, fire. Both, like, taken from Taming of the Shrew, but also, like, the planet. Oh my god, when the two sisters are talking to each other, and she's like, what are you from? Planet Loser. And she's like, well, at least it's better than Planet Look at Me, Look at Me. Anyway, A+ movie. The second movie is another early aughts rom-com Shakespeare adaptation. You know the vibe. It is She's the Man. Now, I was talking with my friend about She's the Man this weekend because it's an excellent movie. Amanda Bynes is our star. Basically, she goes to a girls' school. She plays soccer. No, she goes to just like a normal school, like a co-ed school, and she plays soccer. And she and the rest of the girls on her soccer team, like, get cut because, like, they just cut the soccer team because they're like, girls aren't good at sports. And so she, like, is like, I want to play soccer. And then her brother is like, is this how the movie goes? Her brother is like, I'm touring with my band. I'm not gonna go to my, like, all boys school. Will you dress up as me and take my place at this all boys school? Like, no one knows me, so I can go, like, travel the world with my band. And Amanda Bynes is like, sure, I guess that's kind of the setup. And so basically she goes to this school. It's not even a boys' school. It's like, it's a boarding school. And so she dresses up as her brother and then is just pretending to be a boy at the school, but is also, like, a teenage girl, and is, like, falls in love with Channing Tatum, because who wouldn't fall in love with Channing Tatum? And it's, like, a very funny movie. Like, it doesn't age super well, boys and boys dressing up as girls, and like, you know, I don't think that that's like excellent in terms of like kind of talking about like trans people. But in its time, you know, I think a lot of movies from that time period are like, in their time, like, they were good, and there's still some good things to be gained, and I don't think it's like actively problematic. But if you disagree with me, let me know. Okay, the third movie is another body switch movie, but this one is Freaky Friday. So, Lindsay Lohan is a teen girl going to school in this like cool girl band, like totally badass, whatever. And Jamie Lee Curtis is her mom and is like newly engaged to another man, like not their dad. I don't really know. I think that's what happened. Like they got divorced or something. Or maybe her dad died. I don't know. And she's like newly engaged to this man who Lindsay Lohan, her daughter, hates. And they basically have a fortune cookie at a restaurant, and they swap bodies. So Lindsay Lohan, her character is going around in Jamie Lee Curtis's body, and Jamie Lee Curtis is going around in Lindsay Lohan's body. And it's basically about like learning to see things from other people's perspectives. And like especially like as a kid, learning to see things from your parents' perspective and vice versa. It's very funny. Lindsay Lohan is in fine form. Jamie Lee Curtis is hysterical. I also have to point out the love interest in this movie of Lindsay Lohan is Chad Michael Murray, and that man is so fine. I just, in this movie, like, okay, so here's what happened. I probably watched Freaky Friday as like an 8 to 13-year-old. Like, I don't know when in that window, but like sometime in that window. And then I didn't watch it again, and then I watched it within the past 5 years. And Chad Michael Murray came on screen, and I was like, oh my god, I realized that the archetype for boys that I've liked my entire life is Chad Michael Murray in Freaky Friday. And it was like revelatory to realize that this movie that I watched once as like a child, as like a young person, just like imprinted this like prototype of a boy into my mind of like what a hot boy is. Anyway, so maybe exposing myself a little too much. Another movie I really enjoyed as a child, or not a child, but like a young teen, was Sydney White. This is an Amanda Bynes movie. I don't know if there's any, I can't think of. Oh, I think Sarah Paxton is the villain, maybe. So the movie is about Sydney White. It's a retelling of Snow White, I guess, but basically it centers around this girl named Sydney, and her mom dies when she's young, and her dad raises her, and so she's like very tomboyish, very like, you know, doesn't know a lot of things about like how to be like a popular girl or whatever. And so, but her mom was in this very like girly sorority, very like popular sorority, I don't know. And she goes away to college, and like her whole dream is to be in this sorority where like her mom found like her best friends for life, you know, and like to reconnect with her mom. And she gets to college, and she's gonna like pledge. I think they're like, they call them Kappas, you know, and she's like, we're gonna be a Kappa. Yeah, that is what it is. And she gets to school and just realizes immediately that like she doesn't know how to like is gonna have a place in the sorority, but basically I think it is Sarah Paxton who's the like leader of the sorority. Is like, I'm gonna make it so hard for her. And so basically she like goes through all of her like pledge, and then something happens, and in the like at the thing where they get their, like where they become part of the sorority, then Sarah Paxton is like, you will never be a Kappa, and Sydney Wright like runs out in disgrace, and like her dress rips on the way, and it's very dramatic. And she goes to this house where she's like, I can't remember if she's met any of the guys in the house yet, but she goes to this house. She's like, I have nowhere to go, and like I don't want to go home. And she goes to this house where these 7 very nerdy guys live, and she like lives with them and like teaches them how to like not be so nerdy. And I can't really remember how the movie ends, quite honestly. Probably should rewatch it. But like there is a romance aspect to it. She like, you know, she falls in love, and she helps some of the boys in the nerdy boy house fall in love. Anyway, it's a great movie. It's a little bit like The House Bunny, but I feel like a little different. If you've seen either of them, I feel like you'll know what I mean. Okay, the next movie is a little bit later. A lot of these movies are kind of early aughts vibes. This one came out in 2010. But it is a teen/romance movie that I love. The movie is Easy A. In this movie, man oh man, I was in high school. Is that right? I was just in high school when it came out, and I was like, this shit is perfect. It stars Emma Stone, who I love. You know, I really feel like she like hit that kind of like 2010s like awkward girl niche. You know, I was a freshman in high school. I was like peak awkward girl, and Emma Stone just really spoke to me. Yeah, the cast of Easy A is insane. It's like Emma Stone, her best friend is Allie Michalka, who is of Allie and AJ. Her love interest is Ben Badgley. Her dad is Stanley Tucci. Who else is in this movie? Oh, Amanda Bynes is like the villain, and Lisa Kudrow is also in it. Like, it's just an excellent cast. You know, when the milk gets that little film on it, I just drank that. That was gross. Okay, so Easy A follows Emma Stone's character. She, like, basically, I just love the entire setup of the movie, too. Like, she is, it's kind of, like, told in retrospect, and she's, like, basically, she, like, makes up a story about how she lost her virginity, and it gets spread around the school, and everyone's like, she's a slut, and she's trying to, like, not have that be what she is, but she was like, I was no one before this happened, and now, like, everyone knows who I am, and, at first, she's like, okay, I think she's like, okay, this is fine, and then suddenly, like, the most popular girl in school, who's also Amanda Bynes, who's also, like, a Jesus freak, is, like, and that's how they say it in the movie, like, I don't mean, like, whatever, but she's just really into God, pretending. But then it like kind of gets out of hand. And it's a really wholesome movie. And it is like a beautiful, like it's also like takes place in a beautiful place, and like I don't know, it just really transports me back to being a teenager. So there you go. Okay, the next movie is 27 Dresses. This was a fave of mine as a younger child. So when I was a kid, I didn't have cable. Growing up, we just had like antenna TV, and we got like 3 channels, and they all sucked. So I watched a lot of DVDs. Excuse me. And I owned like 4 DVDs, and I don't think any of the movies that I've said I owned Sydney White, and I would watch that when I was sick. None of the other ones, but if I like, I'll mention the ones going forward that I owned. 27 Dresses was one of them. I got it from the like bargain DVD bin. It's a great rom-com. It's not a teen rom-com. It's more of like an adult rom-com. But basically, Katherine Heigl stars, and she's the main character, and she is she like works, I don't know, like marketing or something, and she is in love with her boss, and has like always been in love with her boss, and also is like, has been in a million weddings, and so she's like the typical, like always a bridesmaid, never a bride, and so she's in love with her boss, and she like is like trying to tell him, and then her younger sister is in town, and her younger sister, who's like perfect, falls, like she and her boss fall in love, and so she is like super upset, and she, like, her sister asks her to be in the wedding, and she's just like crushed, because she's like always been a bridesmaid. At the same time, she has a like meet cute with James Marsden, who is a reporter, and he is like super intrigued by her, and she's like not interested in him at all. And so then he's like, I'm gonna do a story about you. No, does she even know that he's a wedding reporter? I don't even know. I don't think he does. They just have this meet cute, and he's like, you've been in 27 weddings this year, and she's like, get out of my life. And so he's fascinated by her because he's a wedding columnist that she loves, and she loves his wedding columns, but he has like a pen name, so she doesn't know that it's him when she meets him. And so then her sister is getting married, like that whole storyline happens with her sister and the guy that she's in love with. And her sister asks her to be in the wedding party, to be her maid of honor, I guess. And she shows up to like a cake tasting, and there's the guy from the meet cute, and she's like, why are you here? And he's like, I'm the wedding reporter. I'm reporting on your sister's wedding. And so hence craziness ensues, where like she falls in love with James Marsden at the same time that she's like really upset about her sister's success, and it's wacky, it's really fun if you love like weddings and like all of that. It's like, it's a great movie. Yes, I watched that one a lot when I was younger. One that I did not write on here, but is an honorable mention because it was one I had on DVD, and when I said Sarah Paxton about Sydney White, I felt like I couldn't not mention it. That movie is Aquamarine. I don't even know. This movie is so quintessential for me. It's not really a romance movie necessarily. It stars Emma Roberts and JoJo and Sarah Paxton, and this is a movie that was also a book, and I think this was actually my next category of things, was movies that were from books. So this was a book that I read as like a 4th or 5th grader, so like a little bit like young YA novel type, and it's so good. Basically, 2 best friends, JoJo and Emma Roberts. JoJo's mom tells her, we're moving to Australia, you have to leave your best friend behind. JoJo is like, absolutely the fuck not, but they don't know how that's is real and love exists. And she's like, I saw it once and I want it. And so yeah, basically they are on a quest to help her find love, and she finds love with their like teenage heartthrob Raymond. And it's so funny. It's like such a good, like, lovely, like, sisterhood, best friendship movie. Anyway, I feel like so much of my personality is like based on Aquamarine, to be honest. But yeah. Okay, the next movie is, okay, we're in the movies turned into books category on my list. Okay, books turned into movies. What am I saying? Okay, so the first one is The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. Another just like girly feel-good movie, like friendship, magic, and some good love stories in there too, but also just like a good like feel-good movie. 1 and 2. So this was, you know, made after the books of The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. It stars Blake Lively, Alexis Bledel, Amber Tamblyn, and America Ferrera. And it's so good. First of all, like, all of their chemistry, like, especially in the first movie, but also in the second movie, is so good. And basically, they're like these 4 girls who have spent their lives, they've been inseparable their whole lives, and then they're about to spend their first summer apart as teenagers. And before they go, they like go to a thrift store and they find a pair of jeans that fit them all perfectly, and they're like, we're gonna send these jeans around, and like they will like witness our lives while we're apart. And then basically it just like goes through the stories of their lives. So I think in the first movie, I most recently watched the second one, so I can't exactly remember, but definitely in the first story, in the first movie, like, Tibby is one of the characters, and she is making a documentary, and then happens to, like, befriend this young girl who, is dying of cancer, and, like, befriends her kind of as she's dying, and then, like, oh, and Alexis Bledel's character, Lena, goes to Santorini and is living with her Greek family and falls in love with Kostas Dounas, the world's like finest man. I swear to God. The scene where like she dives in the water and the song Black Roses Red is playing, and then Kostas comes down and like dives in the water with her and they just swim, like peak romance in my opinion. Yeah. And then Blake Lively goes to soccer camp and falls in love with her like counselor, and then like hooks up with him, and is also like processing her mother's death at the same time, and it's just really intense. And then what? Oh, and America Ferrera, Carmen, she, like, her parents are divorced and her dad got remarried and didn't tell her, and she's Latino, but like her dad's white, and then he like marries into this like super cookie cutter like white suburban family, and she just feels super out of place. And yeah, and it's like kind of about like repairing her this like archaeological dig in Turkey and realizes that she's still processing her mother's death, and then like goes and like finds her grandmother, her mother's mother, who was like estranged from the family, and like reconnects with that part of her family. And and Carmen goes to theater camp and was planning on just being like a stagehand, but then ends up having a leading role in A Winter's Tale, and kind of like finds her confidence and like her voice, and like falls in love with his cutie, and yeah, it's the second one is just as good. And then there's lots of drama, and they basically all end up in Santorini together, and like end up having this really beautiful moment. That being said, the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants series is 4 books. The first movie really closely mirrors the first book, and then the second movie is kind of like an amalgamation of all of the next 4 books, or the next 3 books. And I thought that it kind of like lost a lot of the like nuance of some of the books. Like, in the book, like, I don't know, I realized that they were like trying to make a movie out of it, so like you can't expect it to be like super true, but I thought like an important part of like at least Blake Lively B's character in the second movie was that like when she goes to Turkey on this like archaeological dig, she has an affair with the like leader of the dig in the book, and like part of the reason she realizes that she's still processing her mother's death is that like she has an affair with him, and then his family comes to the dig, and she's like absolutely just like, you know, like aghast, and like realizes kind of like what she's done and like how shitty it was, I think, and then like goes and like reconnects with her family. So I don't know, I just felt like there was some like depth and nuance that's a little lost, but it is like a movie adaptation of a book, so that's always gonna happen, I guess. The next movie adaptation, this one though I never read the books, so I read other books by this author, but I never read this series, college, I think, so like big jump forward. And she she's graduating from college and she's moving to Genovia, which is like the place that she's the princess of, because it is, you know, she is gonna become the queen at some point, and so she wants to like move to Genovia to like learn about Genovia and like be ready to become a queen. And so she's there with her grandmother, and basically I think the like rules of Genovia dictate that she has to be married to be a queen. She can't rule like on her own, but she's like, you know what, 23, 22. And so she is like going through the process, and like of course her grandmother tries to stand up for her and it's like, I've ruled like without my husband by my side for years, and like that rule is ancient, and everyone is like, no, it has to be that way. And then it comes to light that there is another person who is eligible to, like an eligible heir to the Genovian throne, and it's a man. And that like and he grew up in Genovia, and like, you know, whatever, and so they're like, maybe he should be king, and she's like, no. And so they're like, well, then Mia has to find a husband in like 30 days so that she can be queen. And so basically she like goes on this journey to find her husband in 30 days, and she ends up meeting, so in the process, it's like, oh right, and that's like her 21st birthday, and that's like somehow important. And at her 21st birthday party, she has a meet cute with Chris Pine. So cute. But he is the person who is eligible to be be the heir to the throne, but she doesn't know that. Classic. And so they like dance and they're flirting, and it's very cute. They have really good chemistry. And I'm sorry about that plane, it's quite loud. Anyway, and then after that, it's her 21st birthday. After she meets him, then she learns that there's like this other person who's like trying to become the heir to the throne, or like is trying to like be in line for the throne, and is causing her to like go on this whole journey to try and find, you know, her husband in 30 days. And she, like, I don't even remember like exactly what happens, but basically because he's being sneaky and trying to like take the throne, they're like, let's invite him to the castle, and like then, you know, if anything's going on, it'll be right under her nose. And he shows up, and she realizes that the guy who's trying to steal the throne is this guy that like flirted with her at the ball, and she's so mad, and she's very funny, and then she's like even more intent on like falling in love. So she like finds this man, and the Duke of Kenilworth, and she's like trying to fall in love with him, but there's just like no chemistry. Meanwhile, she's living with Chris Pine, the guy who's trying to steal the throne, with whom there is a lot of chemistry, and like kind of undeniable chemistry. And so it's like the night before her wedding, and she sneaks out with Chris Pine, I can't remember his name, instead of her betrothed. And it causes all sorts of drama. I'm not gonna tell you anymore because that's just like, I'm telling you the whole movie at that point. Yeah. Okay, what other movies are on this list? Okay, got that one. Oh, one that I actually watched recently, so she like walks over to Nick and she's like, will you pretend to be my boyfriend for 5 minutes? And then they make out in front of Tris, and then Tris sees Nick and Norah making out, and she's like, how do you guys know each other? And they have to like make it up, and of course then they're like pretending to be dating, and it leads to them like actually having something cute, and it all just spans this one night in Manhattan, and they're basically on the hunt for their favorite band who's playing like a secret pop-up show, and it's just really cute, and it really gives like 2010s like kind of cool arty vibe. It was really fun to watch, honestly. Like, I remember being in high school when that came out, and just like, and reading the book. Also, that one was also a book.